Venice, Italy is an amazing city to explore, but if you have time, I recommend getting on a water bus and exploring some of the islands beyond.
We are about to take our water bus to Murano and Burano Islands. Come join us.
Venice is definitely not lacking in charm, atmosphere, or things to do, so spending a day island hopping around the lagoon is not a necessary activity. But if I'm honest, our day of visiting the islands of Murano, Torcello, and Burano was one of my favorite times spent in the Venice area.
Headed to Murano!
Our journey to the outer islands of Venice began mid-morning after a walk through the city to find Vaporetto stop Fondamente Nove. We purchased an all-day Vaporetto pass, boarded Line 12, and found ourselves zooming through the lagoon waters to Murano, our first island stop.
We've made it to the island of Murano, and now we are going off and trying to find the glass factory.
Here's what I learned about Murano. Murano is a system of 8 islands linked by canals and bridges, and is the official site of hand-blown Venetian glass. In 1291, all glassmakers in Venice were required to relocate to the somewhat isolated Murano Island because of the risk of fire that glassmaking posed to the city. Glass has been made there ever since. There are several glass factories on Murano, and we checked out a couple. The first place we saw was located right next to the Faro Vaporetto stop.
Hans and Jess just bought some beautiful Murano glass goblets. Joey and I are too cheap.
The second factory we visited had a demonstration of glass blowing, where you could tour the workshop area for, of course, a small fee. The first piece the master created for us was a bit of a process, but it turned into a beautiful vase. The second piece, the master was able to whip out in about a minute. It was incredible how fast he worked. The next demonstration was mostly just for fun. After the demonstration, we decided to explore Murano a little more on foot.
The island of Murano is adorable. There are about 500 glass shops, but the streets are cobblestone. There's a big canal down the middle. I love it.
We got back to the Faro Vaporetto stop and caught the line to our next island destination of Torcello.
We didn't get very far on the island of Torcello. We found a cafe with some tiramisu and some wine, and that's pretty much where we stayed. So now we're headed off to Burano in the evening sunset.
We got to Burano later than we had hoped, and most everything was closed, including restaurants. But to make up for it, Burano was stunningly beautiful with its vibrant colors and Venetian charm.
The island of Burano is cute, quiet, and very colorful. We are pretty much the only tourists wandering on the island of Burano. It is about 5:30, 6 o'clock, so maybe everyone's off having dinner, but for us, this is great.
That is the crookedest steeple I have ever seen.
I was very happy that we'd made it all the way out to Burano, as the island was completely worth the trip. Our hungry tummies eventually prompted us to return back to Venice, in search perhaps of some street pizza for Lance. We all agreed that taking a day to explore Venice's outer islands had been time well spent. If you enjoyed this virtual tour of Murano, Torcello, and Burano, please remember to leave a thumbs up. Which island was your favorite? Tell me in the comments below. And as always, please share this video and subscribe to my channel. Let's keep Down the Rabbit Hole Travel growing.